Hey folks, Quilligan here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Europa Universalis 4 as Lübeck. And does anyone remember how to play this game? It's been some time since the last time I recorded, actually, because I had to set up a big backlog of stuff before going to the crazy hecticness that was sort of Ludum Dare week in general. And even actually with that, I did run out. So it's been a while since I actually played here. But overall, things seem to be going kind of okay. Considering the fact that we've got a 20 province limit, we have certainly gotten a fairly large number of provinces over here. We are doing a lot of stuff in the UK. I mean, one of the things to be said is we're still only 4th in score, but if I recall correctly, I believe we are currently earning more points than anyone else. In fact, a fair deal more than France, actually, here. Although it'll be a while before we actually pass them. And financially, which is more important since, you know, money is kind of our thing, we are definitely at the peak of the money situation, especially now that sort of France and the Ottomans are, and a few others have been stagnant for a really long time. Now, Spain, it would not surprise me, Spain, which has taken over freaking Portugal. Does Portugal even exist anymore? They must have a little island somewhere. Yeah, okay. Portugal technically still exists. But Spain having complete dominance over Iberia over here and expanding into the New World will mean that they are going to get a lot of trade coming into the Seville node and no competition for it. So Spain is definitely our primary obstacle. Is Naples independent? Or no, it is indeed a part of Spain and being integrated. Wow. If we want to stay number one in terms of money, we may have to put some sort of roadblock on Spain, but I'm not sure what that will be. I'm going to start privateering down there or something like that. That's something interesting to consider in the future. Anyway, I still would like to do some expansion overseas in some way, which actually might involve conquering Newfoundland or something. We'll see how that works. Currently, we do not have any colonists, and we are going to have to wait until we get our new idea group unlocked. Are we... Oh, wait, that's right. We're just saving up administrative power for now, so we don't overextend, because I think we were thinking of taking expansion ideas, because if I recall correctly, if you check our colonial range, we can indeed reach Greenland as is, and it's not like we don't have any vision here, and actually we will get a little bit more spread of discoveries as we go forward. If need be, I wonder if we'll be able to declare war on these guys. We'd be racing a truce with them right now. Right. Oh, actually, that's going to work out well, because what we can just do is we can declare war on England again, mostly for the purpose of being able to march around in Newfoundland and take territory over there. That would work quite well. So yeah, I think we're going to go expansion ideas as opposed to diplomatic ones. So yeah, we definitely want to save up as much as possible here. The downside is exploration ones would give us the CB against native groups, and expansion does not do that, but expansion does give us the more merchants, and then will give us CBs over in the Far East, which actually may work out very well for us anyway. So, anyway, with all that said, we do currently have a truce against Sweden and England, which are really our two primary targets. Well, I don't know if we're going to be targeting Sweden, honestly. I don't think we need to. And I think we can probably leave the rest of Denmark alone. England is going to be another target for us, certainly. That is certainly going to be the case. It'd be nice to annex Scotland as well. I think we're above our relationship limit. Yeah, quite a bit right now. Oh, we have military access through Meath, which we do not need. Hello. Cancel. Thank you very much. What are you being occupied by? By Desmond. Who the hell is Desmond? Oh, down here. Oh, neat. All right. Well, I guess we can unpause. That's fine. How's our force limits? Oh, yes. That's right. It's new game. Claims and things and whales and blah, blah, blah. All right. Oh, yeah, coalition map mode. It's actually not too bad. The only people... right now, these guys could join a coalition, and I don't think we have a truce. But Sweden can't. France can't. That was another big barrier. England and, you know, other people over here certainly can, but we have a truce, so they can't really jump in right now. So I think coalition-wise we're fine, but obviously we can't war for a while. Obviously, that is a bit of a limiter. Okay, so yes, force limit. We could make more people. We have no manpower, so that's not going to happen. And we are slightly over our limit on ships. We could sell some, which is not something I've been doing, but I think I'll probably just leave them as is, because right now our... we still have some autonomy that's being dropped in places. Well, not there, but I think maybe over here. Oh, maybe not. Oh, no, right over here. And this is definitely a state. So we'll get a little bit more force limit as we go on. I don't remember if what we did over here, state and territory-wise. Discovered an agent. Okay, that's fine. Highlands is a territory. I don't remember if our plan was to state that or not. I guess we'd have to take account of what we've got and what our expansion plans are. I think I would still like to grab some stuff in the Teutonic Order. That's probably true. So just to get a count right now, it'd be nice if we had that. And I don't believe they've added that in. It's not part of the description, and it doesn't tell you a current number in either one of these two places. Yeah, maybe patch 1.17 will do that. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This island is part of that, right? Yeah. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, that's what I thought. We can get 2 more. So we're not going to do the Highlands because that would put us over limit, but we can grab 2 more bits over here. And I think, yeah, we don't actually want Marienburg, really. What we'd want is Königsberg and Memel over here. Super high development provinces, and in fact, this one's an estuary, but I don't think it would be contiguous. Although, I suppose we don't actually have to state them. So the point is, we can take 2 more provinces, either in an existing state, which is what these stripy bits would be, or, you know, or we could flip 2 things to be a state. Like, for example, I could state these 2, and actually Yorkshire has huge development. The problem is, if I do that, and then I conquer Cumbria or Lancashire over here, then I will have too many provinces. So I think I'm just going to... I don't have to worry about it right now. My expansion's fine. Everything over here, I'll keep it as a territory, probably just permanently. Okay, election. How are we doing? We have very high Republican tradition. Presumably our dude. He has a new dude. Do I just want to reuse this guy? I think that's fine, so we're going to keep you around. Congratulations, Jurgen. Welcome to another term. So we're building naval equipment manufacturing. Money continues to go up very well. Ahead of time penalty is dropping there. And yeah, I think I'll just be waiting until we've got that capped out, then go grab expansion, and then do what we can after that. You are mothballed military ships, which is perfectly fine and happy. And troops are sitting out over here. I don't remember. Why are they sitting? Did they deal with a rebellion? Is there still a rebellion brewing? No, they may have just dealt with one. I mean, obviously, we're not planning on attacking England, because we can't. We could attack Wales, but no, I think we've got to sit on our hands. Do we have any revolt risk anywhere? Where's revolt risk map mode? No, that's pretty green. I think it's probably smart to go and ferry people to the mainland, because if we get pulled into any wars, it'll be over here. I don't really expect to get necessarily attacked, but we might get a call to arms. Genoa, declaring war on Crimea. Wow, there's been so... Ooh, Theodoro, look at you! When did you pop in there? Wow. But Genoa still got some territory over here. And they've been fighting over this, like, back and forth quite a bit with Crimea. But now, yeah, Theodoro really kicking some butt. Lovely. One of the loveliest shades of any country. That nice little purple there. Really great. Muscovy, doing very well for itself. In fact, you know, taking some territory from Sweden. Although Sweden, I can't say is doing that badly either. You know, not as strong as it could be, but it's doing okay. I don't want it to be super powerful because of me being, you know, a little scared of these things. I wonder if I should build a fort right here. And we don't have the development, and yeah. No, I'd have to get rid of something. That might be a reasonable place to put a fort, actually. And I'm keeping my maintenance up because most of my forts are right at the border, and we have the money to spend for it. I'm actually wondering over here if I shouldn't just trash one of these buildings. Oh! Scottish Revolt in Ayrshire! Okay, so that's Scotland itself having that. What I can do is... I'm not going to use my king. I don't want to sacrifice him. I'm going to go here. Actually, I might attach to this group, and presumably they'll go and deal with that. No? Alright, I'll detach and go. It's grasslands, so it should be fine. Hopefully they jump in, but I don't want these peasants to, you know, hurt Scotland. Scotland's awesome! Also my vassal. I don't want them to do badly. Interesting that England is marching through here, too. They actually would be fighting the rebels. So England is in a war, right? Yeah, they're defending... Okay. Then we'll bring you right back over there. And my transport ships, we're going to bring you over here. Excellent. Trade conflict against Russia. Oh, wait, Russia just got formed! I was just looking over here. They were Muscovy 30 seconds ago. They were Muscovy. Congratulations on forming Russia, Russia. We're still buddies, right? I believe we are. Yeah, we are indeed. Again, we have 3 good alliances. Brunswick, Saxony, Russia. I mean, Russia's big, but further away. Saxony's quite potent over here. And actually, Brunswick's pretty big, too. Like, great, like, huge barrier here. Great way to stop the coalitions from forming. And yeah, we're mostly just letting aggressive expansion burn off and trying to expand overseas. And I don't know, like, I don't know what our grand plans are in the end. I have no idea. I mean, we could just, you know, continue conquering and leave things as territories. Or we could switch our government type to a different type of republic so that we can go above 20 things, which actually might be a good way to go. Like, one of the reasons we've stayed as a merchant republic, of course, is to take advantage of merchant leagues. But merchant leagues are a defensive thing, and also effectively, as the leader, give me additional trade power from each member. But at a certain point, I can just start taking all their stuff. No, we're not losing Republican tradition. We know that for sure. I will just simply go and buy that down. Hell, I'm ahead of time on admin tech, so I can afford to do that. Oh, yeah, we're going to go and take the Diplotech, especially since we're behind. And by doing that, we're slightly ahead, so we'll get a bonus to our global trade. Efficiency or power? Efficiency. Yeah, 20%. It's pretty substantial. You guys get on the boat. Boat go over here. And then I'm going to drop the army maintenance. I won't drop it to literally 0. So that way they will go and refill themselves from the little bit of damage and attrition that they took. That's going to be okay. Defender of the Faith, no. Province improvements. Well, we don't have a ton of cash yet. We could keep building manufactories, though. Do I want to build some extra keeps over here? It might be useful against England now, but later on in the game, it certainly will be less so. So yeah, I don't know about that. All right, a new year. I think probably January of next year, I'll go ahead and pop this, and I think that'll be okay and satisfactory. Okay, force limits. What do you got? So you can build 5 more dudes. Well, I don't have that much manpower, so I guess I just won't bother for now. Our ratios are pretty good. Here, 1 more like that. I think that'll get a bit better. We're a bit cavalry, potentially. But I think I want myself to be cavalry and cannon rich, because I want to be able to use mercs in battle. But I may as well get 1 more just for now. Income bonanza, plus 25 power in Saxony. Interesting. All right. And the Saxony trade node right over here. So, English Channel. How much power do we have there? Pretty much nothing right now, right? Literally nothing? I don't see Lübeck in here. I mean, I know I'm half blind, but I don't see our flag. Oh! Oh, Yorkshire's in the North Sea. Oh, okay. So, I mean, pirating in the English Channel would certainly make a hell of a lot of sense. It's relatively wealthy. I wonder if we took, say, literally all our ships. Or what do we have right now? We have Lübeck trade node and then the Baltic Sea. So, right now, we have 60.1. Does it count privateering income? It must. I mean, it lists privateering efficiency here. Or does privateering show up in spoils of war? I don't know, but 60 point... So effectively 61. So I'm going to take the Baltic Sea one, and I'm going to change your mission to privateer in the English Channel. And we're going to see what that does for us. It'll take a while to get there. Did I say 61? Yeah. I think I said 60.1 the last time, which is obviously incorrect. So we've lost 2.5 by leaving there, but we're not getting our privateering income yet. We're not getting credit for it. So effectively, the patrolling over here gives me 2.5 gold. So then we can compare that directly to our privateering. I think we'll just have to wait until May the 1st, and then we should be getting some results. And there we go. Let's give it a little pause. So, 20% of the trade power here as pirates. Nice. And what does that do for our trade view? It's actually gone down a bit, but Spoils of war, 1.7. Okay, so we're not making as much money. Now, there's still an advantage to doing this in that we're taking money away from potential opponents. But I think I'll just go back to protecting trade in the Baltic. Interesting to see, but maybe not worthwhile right now. We don't have anything that improves our, we're ahead of time. That improves our privateers or anything of that nature. So it may not be a huge deal. Okay, I could probably... Well, you don't really cost anything. Oh, you could be upgraded. Well, let's go ahead and do that. I mean, you're not military ships, but it's still a good idea. If you weren't mothballed, could be upgraded? Nope. Could be some of our lights could be upgraded. I could check on that. Tyrone left the military coalition against us. Excellent. Why don't you go and dock yourself over here. I'm just going to check to see if you need any upgrades. Nope. Okay. Lübeck. So yeah, this is the one that is protecting trade in the Baltic Sea. Now, of course, some of those trade numbers may have just changed because other things changed, right? They all factor in. Other people are moving their merchants around, different things like that. It'll be interesting to see if we get back up to about 61 gold with our fleet back in the Baltic. We'll have to wait until July 1st to see any of those results, but yeah. Moldova, okay. Yeah, too far ahead of time right now. But it's nice to see that we're still there. We're still got the Importation Act for more trade efficiency, which is fine and good and groovy. Heavily focused on diplomacy right now. But I think my idea... No, I guess I did just focus over here. Was I thinking about going exploration? I don't think we need it. We can see enough stuff. We can get a foothold over here. Yeah, it's going to be fine. I can't... Let me check. There wasn't anything else in exploration that I was like, oh, this is going to be super key for us to get. Like the global settler increase. The terrace doesn't really matter that much. No, whereas expansion... Oh, that's economic. I'm like, hold on, this doesn't feel right. Yeah, lower state maintenance doesn't really affect me. 20% more global trade power, that's right. And the extra merchant. We only get one colonist, but that's okay. We don't need to colonize a lot. I just want to colonize the Gulf of Lawrence, of St. Lawrence. That's the one I care about. Okay, oh, I think I missed the trade date. Okay, we're basically back where we were. Plus or minus a little bit of noise as a result of other people moving their ships around, which is fine. North Sea, yeah, we're diverting quite a bit of trade over there. Okay, people are embargoing me in ways that I don't care about in any way whatsoever. Scotland, you're not keen on me. We are sucking up to you. We do have the extra diplomat. I think I'll do another round of sucking up to Russia. Oh, request to share maps. Interesting. Well, of course you would want that, because you're going to find out about the New World. But you're not like a colonial sort of power. And in fact, we might get to know more about some stuff in the Far East this way. I wonder if it's a good idea. It'll probably improve our relation, I bet. You know what? Let's go ahead and request to share maps. Oh, you choose which map to... Oh! So... Oh, we lose a bunch of prestige doing this. Well, this is the first time someone's been able to trade maps. So I'm gonna not. I'm gonna not. But I am gonna go and improve relations over here with Russia, trying to bring back up. Because they're a really good ally to have in our pocket. Man! This area, crazy. I can't remember. The Poland-Lithuania Commonwealth wasn't a thing, this one, right? They didn't do the personal union. They chose someone else. That always has a pretty dramatic outcome, but this is even crazier than I'm used to seeing. Yeah, Lithuania still exists as a one province right over here. Congratulations to Lithuania. Who are they allied with at this point? Only Poland. Okay, well, Poland's not looking super great. I mean, they took... I believe they grew. I think they did conquer some stuff. I mean, this was all Lithuanian territory for a while. I don't remember under what, like, basis that was claimed. Like, I think it was. I don't remember. Going up to speed 4. These guys have just been upgraded. I could mothball them and save a couple of bucks, but their transport ships are so cheap. Actually, the galleys are really cheap too. You know what? I'm just going to unmothball this fleet. That's fine. The one Carrick's not that cheap, but then we are ready in case a war does break out. We'll have a stronger military force right away. That's probably a good idea. You are still over your limit there, but that's okay. Now here, I suspect like recent uprising was a thing, and did I increase? Yeah, recent uprising. But eventually that will go away, and then they'll probably get some unrest still because of separatism. And yeah, mostly we're just going to keep sort of sitting tight, let our manpower charge up, let the coalitions go away, just work towards the tech. Is it time? I think I talked about doing it now, but we're still not ahead of time. I think we can make it to January the 1st without hitting our cap. And then we'll still have the 5% penalty, but that's not going to be too bad. We may as well save the admin points. It's not that critical to go and rush our colonization. But what I can do is set up, I don't know, like, yeah, a foursome of dudes over here. You are going to come out here, and we're going to dump you on one of these territories. Now, the natives are not... Well, actually, the aggressiveness is very high. There's not a lot of them, but they're very aggressive, apparently. Because I'm going to want to take the policy of, like, just the fastest possible. Or, I mean, I might want to take the one that increases the production rate. The middle option gives you more trade goods, so you get more trade overall. But no, I think we'll just take the fastest rate of settlement. I think that'll go quite good for us, especially since we're only going to have one colonist. So I'm going to dump you off there. I don't think it matters which one I take. No, they're completely identical. We get attacked right away. Oh yeah, and we have no maintenance. Oh shit. Alright, we did win even with no maintenance, but I'll bring it up to half. Keep it a little bit more secure. And ships just come back over here since you're getting attrition to death. I still wish you could sort of mothball an army, or unmothball specifically one army for that kind of duty. That and rebellion. Musket or bow? An argument is broken out of court over the importance of musket compared to the traditional archery regiments, with the hopes of convincing me that their role in the army is not becoming obsolete. A group of veteran archers have put on an impressive demonstration. Their grace, skill, and accuracy was admired by many who were present. Of course, archery should serve a primary goal, increasing the military technology cost, or time for these old men to retire, lose a bunch of tradition, which sucks. Oh no, this was going to auto-choose option number 1 before January 1st rolled around, because it would be quite nice. Wow. Losing military or army tradition is really bad. But I'm literally above... It's the death of my leader. I could choose to not repeat my dude. No, I think we're going to have to take this. We're going to have to eat slightly higher military tech cost, rather than lose the army tradition, because that's too rough. That's a lot of army tradition. It's kind of dumb, though, because obviously I would prefer to encourage, you know, higher tech and muskets and advancement and stuff like that, but given the decisions the way they are, I'll have to go with it. Yeah, so we're just barely going to fit under the power cap. Just barely. But we are going to make it. So not a single admin point wasted. We're still going to be paying the 5% ahead of time penalty, but that's not much of a problem. There we go. All right, just barely not there. Okay. We're going to grab you. And I think I'm going to go ahead and grab the military technology at the same time. That's fine. We're going to upgrade the cavalry. Lovely. And the idea... Yeah, I'm going to grab expansion. Boom. And we can get the first idea, which is a colonist. Wonderful. Then we have to set up a colonial policy. So yeah, what's interesting here is the greater native assimilation. The more natives you assimilate, the higher you produce goods, the more goods you produce, which is actually a really, really potent one. Really powerful, especially if you're going to be colonizing provinces with really valuable trade goods, especially in like the Caribbean, you know, coffee, sugar, those sorts of things. You can make a lot more trade goods, which is quite nice. But I'm going to take native suppression. You could change it later on. It does cost you, what, a stability, I think, to change. I thought it did. Because I haven't spent the time yet, or if I click this, maybe it'll give me a pop-up. Pretty sure you lose the stability for changing. So you can do it. So it's viable to take this early on, or early on you might take native coexistence because you might not have an army to spare, one or the other, and then change this one, which I think would have the best sort of long-term potential. In any case, now that we've done that, yeah, we can't quite reach over here, which is too bad, but we can go and send a colonist over there. And yeah. Now, what I could do is I could then recall the colonists and start a colony here, too, which might not be so bad. I pay a little bit of money, obviously, and one of the colonies wouldn't actually get built that fast. But I think it's worth it. Just to plug that, make sure no one else can use this as a stepping stone into anything else. Triangle trade is kicking in, which is affecting some of the costs. Okay. Pretty sure that's what that does. Alright, money's going up. So, do I want to build anything? Well, manufacturers are always quite nice. Now, I don't know, like, exactly if they're paying for themselves. I think we've got most of the ones on the mainland. Let's see. So, this is going to give us, what, like 3 gold per year? It's going to pay us back in, like, depending on how circumstances change, somewhere like in 150 years or more. Yeah, it may not be worth it. 1,700. I mean, there's other things going on. Plus, it does give you actual... Well, it's double. Again, I'm pretty sure, like, this is the amount I'm going to gain from just the production. But in addition to that, it does add more trade values to the node. Yeah, there you go. See, we'll increase monthly income by 0.23, and we'll increase trade value by +2. Now, that's per year, but it still adds up to a little bit more. So, effectively, this is actually going to be making me, well, quite a bit more. Because if I'm getting about, yeah, 3 gold for the production, and an extra 2 gold, assuming I get all the trade value. And I'm only getting 75%, but I've got a big modifier, so I'm going to assume that effectively I do. So, effectively, this is going to be 5 gold per year. Which means, so every 20 years is $100. So, just a little, like, just shy of 100 years. It's going to have paid for itself. And that's probably pretty good. And we might be getting extra, like, production modifiers and things as we go forward. So I think it actually does pay for itself, assuming I haven't completely goofed up A, the math, or B, my assumptions about how this stuff works, which is, of course, entirely possible. I don't need more sailors. More manpower wouldn't hurt, although arguably all we want is more force limit. And actually, I think that's what's going to happen. Because we've got the money. We don't have manpower, but we'll have more space for mercs. Force limit contribution from provinces does get degraded from autonomy, so I'm not sure if it's worth building here. But then again, what is worth building here? Not a whole heck of a lot. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Oh, and then I'm out of money. So I think I might build a fort in Yorkshire after all. I think I am going to do that. But I don't have the cash right now. I overspent a little bit. If someone declared war on me right now, we wouldn't really be able to just instantly spawn a ton of mercenaries, which would be a little less good. So, colonist... Oh, still hasn't arrived. Jeepers. That's quite a bit further than I expected. Question. Oh, no, I literally can't reach there. Just barely can't. Next admin... Or a diplo level? No. When's the next range increase? 15. Oh, so 2 techs away from the next one. So, yeah, I definitely will need our foothold over here to be able to expand in. But my hope as well is, can we just take over Newfoundland over here? Because I think taking that territory over there will lead to basically no aggressive expansion over here. So that's our expansion plans, is be militaristic in the New World, since we couldn't beat people there. And it'll be quite nice to have this just for, like, ship range, so that we can blockade and certainly transport ships over without losing things. Hey, bonus native assimilation. That's really nice. I mean, it's just faster growth. Okay, so yeah, I'm going to recall this guy. He comes back in a day, and then we'll send him out to the other one, which will take half a year to get there. You do get a native uprising when you move your settler out. So the growth's not super fast, but it's not that bad. There wasn't a, like... Well, I mean, I won't have a colonial power, but... Just checking here. Oh, when we do finish expansion... maybe. I don't know if we care about the tariffs. New coin. Again, we are going to not take the loss to Republican tradition. We'll take the autonomy hit, or the inflation hit, and then we'll reduce it. Austria is still the HRE. Okay, go have fun there, Austria. Teutonic Order fabricating claims against me. And an election. So I will keep him. Currently, he does give me a penalty to my military technology costs, but we're not getting new military tech for a while anyway. Although the next one's huge. New infantry, new tactics. Alright, so we'll just keep you. Candidates vie for opportunities. So, either way, I lose some power. I'm going to take the one where we lose military power, because I'm so far ahead of time there. So that's going to be okay. And we get a new decision. Blasphemy Act. Oh, because we have an admin skill of at least 3. Yeah, that's fine. more missionary strength. I mean, it's not relevant right now, though in New World we might be needing to convert some people over, so that might be handy. And the heretic modifier doesn't bother me because we don't have any heretics either. Well, I guess we're going to go and put a cut in here. I still like the way that we are moving. I really... So, can we see? Yeah, the Gulf of St. Lawrence. So this is the trade node I really want to get some influence in, because we want to make sure that the trade is not going to Bordeaux, but rather is going to the North Sea. Now, there's a limited amount of value here. The next question will be, how do we get more trade in here? Where does this come from? Hudson Bay, Ohio, Chesapeake Bay. I mean, most of the value from the New World does come from or pass through the Caribbean. And we would have to get... So from Chesapeake Bay, you can go to the Gulf of St. Lawrence. And from Caribbean, you can go to Chesapeake Bay. So that could be a long-term way to increase our value. Or, I mean, I suppose it could always go east and just gain some stuff there and some overland trade. It's not always the most valuable, but it's something. The other thing is, if we continue the plan of potentially moving our master trade node to the English Channel, then there is some options from down here in the Ivory Coast, which right now isn't worth anything because people haven't expanded out this way. But at some point, the trade coming from the Far East will be extraordinarily valuable. And Lübeck doesn't really get a slice of that pie. Not very much. You know, all the trade nodes get more and more value over time because of reasons, but Lübeck doesn't really get the boost from the Far East. It does conceivably get some from the New World via the North Sea. But the English Channel becomes much more valuable as time goes forward because of both the New World and the Far East. So it could be a big, big moneymaker for us. And we're going to continue to move in the general direction of probably taking over all of Great Britain, if not Great Britain and the island of Ireland as well. Ireland itself isn't quite as critical because it's only North Sea, where we're already in a good position to do that, given the territory we probably will take on Great Britain, and the fact that we've got the important center of trade. There's no important centers of trade in Ireland, so we may actually just leave them alone, or just make them a lower priority. It's not as critical. Anyway, wrapping it up now. Thanks for watching, folks, and I'll see you guys next time.